Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Vaipo. I'm back with another cast of League of Legends. This is number 14. Yes, I know I haven't casted in quite a while, but I have just been busy with another game, as well as, well, you know, it's summer, so I'm kind of busy with other things sometimes too. Now, I do apologize for the long absence, but let's get straight into this game and yeah, talk over that. So we have Urgot, Irelia, Annie, Nautilus and Soraka on the blue team. We actually do have a bit of an invading from the purple team with Kennen, Jarvan, Riven, Anivia and Tarek. So the purple team is pretty ready here to take out this blue. They're probably going to just steal it because of course blue team is not going to be stupid enough to engage here with like two people. But we do have the blue team actually coming in with purple team pinging like fucking crazy right now. And looks like they are going to back off. They're not going to risk getting a pull from Nautilus. Probably that's what they're worried about, as well as the fact that Urgot has a crazy early game start or damage. So a lot of pinging going on here, quite annoying I must say. But the purple team is going to come back here, which is going to be a bit interesting here, because it does look like a blue team is going to go back for that blue, but purple team is ready to gank it again, and they are going to be able to see this as well with the purple ward, so they are going to be perfectly aware of what's going on here. Of course, actually they are going to be spotted by this ward. I believe they did get spotted, and Nautilus does flash over that wall to get into safety, but they are going to steal the blue here. I do believe that they went a bit early. They should have let the blue team do a bit more damage and drop a bit lower, so that they could probably pick off that that Nautilus at least. But Annie did get a bit greedy here. Actually, what she wanted to do was just harass Anivia a little bit, so that she takes a bit of damage, so it'll be just easier in the mid game, so she can, you know, have a bit of, I mean, the harassment would be very awesome for Annie, because of course she'll be able to kill that Anivia, because Anivia's egg prevents her from getting early kills. So what we're going to see here actually is she did get a stun. Actually, she might get picked off here from the very start, and there it is. First blood is called by Riven. Actually, I was hoping that Anivia would pick it up, because of course Anivia being a bit fed, or at least getting that early kill, is very nice for her. Of course, any champion does want that first kill, but we do have Riven picking it up. It is going to give Riven a bit of a relief. Well, not so much of a relief, considering she is jungling. Is she? Yeah, she is jungling. So it's going to give her those nice few first items. I mean, she did pick up a load of pots, so I guess she didn't really make the best of use. Or did she even go back? I don't believe. No, I don't think she went back. But Irelia is going to be probably picked off here, unless she gets very lucky with Anivia not spotting her right now. She does flash over that wall, but it is still a bit of a useful gank. I mean, she did waste that flash, but not as good as it could have been. Of course, they could have picked it up if Anivia probably went over here to cut her off. But other than that, not too bad. I guess purple team did have a very nice start with that gank from Riven and Tara coming in like that, just picking off Annie. Annie, of course, being a monster late game, but she is a bit squishy in the very start. Of course, she should have probably had that stun ready with the W. I don't think that she had W ready, which is the way most Annies would tend to start these days. As far as I remember, they would just charge up their W and charge up their stun in the fountain. So as usual at bottom, Urgot being quite annoying as hell with his lock-on Shark Hunter, I believe it's called. What is it called? Acid Hunter. Whoops. But quite a very annoying skill to be, you know, laning against, because if he locks onto you with that corrosive charge, it's just a constant harass. And I've seen it range something like almost from here to the third. It's crazy how far I've seen that thing range. Obviously that's to do with movement and all that. As you can see there, it almost went that distance. But it's crazy bugged. I mean, well, not bugged, but overpowered if you ask me, for the cooldown that's on it. But I guess Riot are happy enough with it, so it must be balanced. I don't see how balanced it is, to be honest, but let's just say it is. Actually, ooh, Riven does get picked off here with a gank from... sorry, Irelia getting picked off here with a gank from Riven, so very nice for the purple team, again getting another kill. Actually, it is possible that Jarvan... Oh, yeah, Nautilus didn't have enough mana to actually pick off that Jarvan. A bit unfortunate, because Jarvan was of course very low at this stage. He had under 150 health, I believe, when that Nautilus popped out. So a bit unfortunate from Nautilus' side, of course. Nautilus not having the greatest of success in the jungle, but hopefully he will even out the game a bit later, so we can have a bit more of an interesting fight. So Bottom is being a bit passive. You do see Urgot, of course, putting that corrosive charge. I'm gonna just check that it's called corrosive charge. Yeah, it is. Noxian corrosive charge onto the Kennen, and each time, of course, locking onto that, and that just annoys the living crap out of Kennen. Of course, he is safe for those few seconds now that corrosive charge is on cooldown, because of course it is difficult to aim with that Acid Hunter when you're not locked on, because of course it does hit minions. But Riven is coming in here. She does get spotted. Of course, they did back off with that ward. They did spot her from quite a far away. So while it was a successful gank, it wasn't as good as it could have been. Oh, look at that, actually. They are picking off that ward. That is a very, very nice thing for them here. They did pick off a ward just in time, preventing this ward actually from getting taken, or rather, no, that's the purple team. So Tarek did pick up the ward, actually. I forgot that Raven did put down a ward as well. But Raven, of course, is going to get spotted again, because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they would have told her that there is a ward here, to be honest. That is very strange. But but I guess they were a bit distracted here by Kennen being very, very low. But Raven does come in here trying to do a bit of damage. She does get exhausted, which means that what's his name? Urgot is going to get away safely, and that's pretty much it for this push. I do believe Raven is going to start ganking bottom a bit more now, because Urgot is pushing quite a lot all the time, and I guess that is his fault. I mean, nobody's forcing him to auto attack. That does mean that he's going to be very vulnerable to ganks, because he is doing all that pushing. He's at 48 minions right now, whereas Kennen's at 37, so he is out farming Kennen with that pushing, doing a very, very good job actually. Very nice on the farm. And we do have a Nivea taking the blue here. Actually, we do have Jarvan getting picked off here. Wow, Snodless finally has ganked successfully, so we are going to have a bit of a comeback from the blue team. I mean, I know they weren't exactly far behind, but of course they did pick up, or they lost first blood rather, with one assist, I believe. Not quite sure, but no, there was 2 assists. Sorry, because both Tarek and the Nivea got an assist for that. Actually, Nivea or Annie picking off. I'm gonna see how exactly this happened, because Annie did just pick off Tarek, and he was a bit kind of full on health. I guess she did waste all her skills with Urgot's help, and of course Sorakash, they did pick Tarek off quite easily without losing any health pretty much to the tower, and of course getting back safely. Kennen being a bit of a chicken shit here, but of course I don't blame him, because they could again most likely dive him and just, you know, demolish him again. So let's quickly speed it up, see how everyone else is doing. And if it did just go back getting a few items, she did pick up, what did she pick up? She picked up a chalice of harmony, yeah. And this is going to be very nice for her for sustain, because of course Anivia is one of those champions that needs a ton of mana. And before the chalice was buffed with Athene's Unholy Grail, chalice was, you know, people stopped building it because it just didn't have a viable end game upgrade. And because they upgraded, it's now upgradable to Athene's Unholy Grail. It is very, very, you know, viable for both AP casters and supports. Actually, I've seen a few AP mid laners, other than Anivia, of course, using that Athene's Unholy Grail, because it does, of course, have ability power, a quite nice chunk of it actually. 80 ability power is no laughing matter. It does have a huge amount of regen on it, cooldown reduction, and more mana regen, of course magic resist. So you can't complain about that item. It is very, very nice, and not quite sure about the balancing of it. We're gonna see how that plays out later on, when a bit later into the game, how the Riot reacts to how it's doing. I do believe that it would probably need a bit of a nerf in terms of mana regen, because at the moment, of course, it has a huge amount of regen as well as the 1% per mana missing. I do believe that gets buffed as well when you turn into Athene's Unholy Grail. So I do believe it's going to get a little bit of a nerf. Nothing major. It is almost perfectly balanced. Other than that, Kennen getting raped here while I'm talking. You know, when you got 3 big guys, well, 2 big guys, and you know Soraka just there being fucking horny. No pun intended. Yeah, but yeah, you know it's not a good sign when you're behind them. and they're pushing you into their own turret. So yeah, they're gonna pick up quite an uncontested dragon here. Tarek is gonna come in, but of course Tarek can't really do anything to them right here. If he gets picked off, of course he would also die as well as losing dragon. So staying safe is the better way. Let the dragon go. Annie, of course, not doing too bad. I mean, considering the amount of ganks that she got, especially the fact that she lost first blood, she's on 1-2-0, and she is a bit behind on minions, but not too far behind. She's about maybe 2 kills behind if you add up the minions. So actually, Anivia picking up 3 wards. I don't know why she picked up 3. That's quite a hefty amount of gold to be given away just for, you know, warding. Actually, Irelia getting dived here. I'm not quite sure if they're gonna. Oh wow, she gets dived, and she actually ends up taking out. I do believe she's gonna take this Jarvan on as well. Yeah, she is gonna get a double kill here. Oh yeah, if she doesn't pick it up, Annie will pick it up, but she does, and that's a double kill for her. Very, very nice. Engage. Well, for her, she was defending really, not really an engage. She couldn't really help it, but very, very poor judgment by Riven. She did do very, very well in the start, but she got a bit greedy there, thinking that she was, you know, fed or whatever, and it kind of paid off for Irelia, because of course Irelia does have that stun. When she is lower health, she can stun. If it doesn't slow, it does stun them, of course, and that does mean that she got that double kill, because Riven got completely shut down once she got slowed, or I do believe it was a stun actually. So you know, Turret did most of the job probably, but Aurelia, of course, being just that CC monster when she has that stun ready. Well, stun available is probably the more correct way to say it. She does need a ward here. Hopefully she goes back and gets that ward now. Purple team losing a turret at 12 minutes. Not too bad actually. I have seen games where turrets were lost at 5 minutes. Kennen getting pulled back again, and he's ulting. I do believe he's going to get away slightly with that lightning rush. Yeah. Urgot doing a bit of a misread here with his Acid Hunter, or Corrosive Charge rather. Kennen coming back here. I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. He could get picked off here if he's not careful, and he would really want to back off now. If he does get locked on, he could get very dangerously low right now. Oh no, Anivia does come back, and Soraka is going to probably get killed here. There's no way she's going to escape, and I would recommend for Urgot to back off, because even with Nautilus here, they would probably end up killing them, because of course Urgot doesn't have any mana. He does get CC'd a little bit, but Annie does provide that cover that they require to get away. Kennen staying a bit greedy here. I don't believe that he should be here anymore. I do believe that he should be back at the base, getting his health back. Soraka just picked up an Oracle. Actually, this shouldn't be here at all. Or maybe I should leave it. I think I'll leave it. There we go. No wait, no, that's not good. Hell, I'm just gonna get rid of it. This thing is useless. Don't need it anyways. What's the button for it? There we go. And that's gone. So yeah, 5-4. Blue team coming back a little bit. Actually, they are 1 kill ahead. They're also 2 turrets ahead, so this is very good. Oh, and they also, of course, picked up a dragon. So 1 dragon, 2 turrets, and 1 kill ahead, which means they are quite a nice bit ahead. Look at the gold difference. There's 4.1 difference in gold between the blue and the purple team, in favor of blue's team, of course. Annie not doing so well in the middle lane, with Anivia being on 2-0-1, but they do of course have a better overall score with that Irelia's double kill earlier on top. So they're going to be in a very, very good position right now. Irelia might actually pick off that Riven here. Wow, Irelia being a complete monster right now, doing a ton of damage with that Wit's End. And of course Anivia is going to get picked off here as well, under the turret, but not quite. Still going to get picked off. Jarvan is going to come in here, ult, and maybe keep. Oh, he just keeps her in the turret range. Even though Jarvan did just suicide into them, probably not worth it. I mean, he did give 2 other people assists, which definitely makes it not worth it for Jarvan to dive in like that. But of course they did shut down Irelia, so I guess it's not too bad of a choice. I personally wouldn't have went for it, because, you know, if you're giving 2 other people assists as well as giving away your own kill, of course, to the main person that kills you, I don't believe that it's a good choice. You know, you're just giving away more gold. But looking at the gold right now, I do believe that they need to try to take some risks. If they can take some risks, they will probably end up losing this game, because they are quite a bit behind now, with Jarvan being, you know, having a very, very poor score. He's not really at bottom anymore since his turret got taken out. But definitely wants to do some risky moves, trying to get a few lucky kills maybe. That, or of course farming up like crazy and you know, getting a few kills. Oh, they actually are gonna come in behind here and wait, what am I saying? This is their own turret. Yeah, but not quite sure what they did there. I do believe that they should have probably just went straight for him. That or went straight for Soraka here. They did have Jarvan, of course, coming in a few seconds. Even if Urgot stayed and fought, they could have probably traded 2 for 1 at least. But Raven, let's look at Raven actually. She does have her Mercury Treads as well as Wriggle's Lantern. It is probably, I do believe that she could have been a bit better gear right now if she didn't dive that earlier. That was a very, very poor dive. But I mean, looking at the AD carries as well, Urgot does have a Brutalizer already, a very common item for him because of course the magic or the armor penetration as well as the cooldown reduction, which is very, very useful for him. Whereas all that Kennen has at the moment is Vampiric Scepter and Berserker's Greaves. So again, Raven getting picked off. Such a shame, really. She had such a great start. Now she's on 2-3. She picked up First Blood and she lost 3 deaths after getting the second kill. So you know, they're just pulling ahead now. The blue team is doing very, very well. Their coordination is very good. They seem to be doing a very nice job at preventing ganks actually. Well, I'm just saying that because of that Irelia earlier on top, but you know, they are picking up a second dragon right now, with the purple team losing a third turret as well. So there's such a high amount of gold behind right now at this level in the game to be what's that, about 7.6 thousand gold. That is a crazy amount of money to be behind. I mean, that's like 2 tier 3 items. I know it's spread between 5 people, but even between 2, that's, you know, a very nice bit of gold. But Raven, oh, actually that's a very nice kill here. Look at that. They did have 4 assists in that kill on the Urgot, as well as it being a shutdown. So a very nice bit of gold picked up from that Urgot right there. Of course, they did waste all their cooldowns right now, so they could end up losing a few deaths here. But look at that. That really actually doing quite a lot of damage there, Raven. Even though Raven did, of course, ult her right there. But Raven was dropping very, very quickly because, of course, she really does a crazy amount of damage when she has that wit's end. Probably her prime at the moment when, well, I guess when she gets her Trinity Force, that's her prime. Or at least when she gets the first Sheen. When people don't have that much health, that's when she does a crazy, sick amount of damage. Do have 2 wards here. One is about a third of it left, but they did pre-ward, probably just in case, because of course Tarek might not be up here again for a while. And we have a bit of a, you know, a funny situation right now. The purple team is, you know, they started off very, very well. Raven did start getting greedy a little bit and getting out of position, and you can see it on her score. She did pick up 2 kills there actually, but you know, being 4 kills in, I mean 4 deaths, that's very, very poor. I mean, I don't know if it's that poor, but considering she's a jungler, giving away 4 deaths is very, you know, sloppy. You don't want that to happen, of course, as any champion, but the jungler usually is the one that comes in when there's a good opportunity to kill somebody. And if you're giving away more deaths than you're actually picking up kills, of course, he is even right now, but seeing as he has no assists, that means he only picked up kills for himself at those moments when he was actually engaging in the fight. So there's definitely a bit of an issue with Raven's play, maybe not doing enough AoE, or, you know, of course she does have the ult and the jumps around, they do a slight bit of AoE, but I do believe that she has played not so perfectly, getting a bit greedy with all those kills, and this might end up costing her another kill right now, going out into the jungle. Not a very smart idea. Raven is going to come in, he's probably going to kill. No, I don't believe he's actually going to kill Aurelia. Actually, Aurelia would probably take him on one-on-one as well. You know, he does have heal and ignite, and Aurelia doesn't have either of those. She does have her ult still, which means she would probably take him out, yeah. So Kennen getting picked off by Annie, and purple team's team play is actually starting to fall behind greatly. I do believe maybe their morale is slightly damaged because of, you know, having a great start and then all of a sudden sucking throughout the mid game, because of course you can see they are 6 kills behind, which, you know, that's a lot of dying. and as well as the fact that they can't contest Dragon or Baron, I do believe that they're not even aware of the location of you know, the rest of them. Of course, they can't see any of them, which means they probably do suspect that the Baron is getting killed, but they are not going to be able to do anything, of course, in time. By the time they get over here, you know, if the blue team sat in this bush right now, I do believe that Raven would end up coming over here and checking. She is being a bit greedy, a bit careless with where she steps, so definitely something she wants to watch, especially in, you know, later ranks. I'm not quite sure what rating this is. It's a bit unfortunate that it doesn't show it, but Annie getting a bit out of position here. That was very, very poor engage. She did do quite a bit of damage, but she did get picked off as well. Urgot is going to pick off Kennen, and Anivia getting quite low. I do believe she's doing a bit nice nice baiting there, but she's not going to die. You know, considering Urgot did hit her there. I don't know, that was a very, very risky move. Urgot did of course get picked off there with 4 assists again. Purple team is getting some nice kills in, but I don't know, is it enough? Their team play is not great, I would say. Irelia, I don't know where she was. She only wasted her ult right now. I don't know why she didn't, you know, use her ult earlier. And considering they had Baron buff, they did lose 2 people, I believe. Yeah, they lost 2 people, so I think that was somewhat of a successful team fight for the purple team. They're 10.4k gold behind, but well, they're going to be even further behind now. Of course, they get the turret. But I do believe that the purple team still has a chance if they start playing as a team. They do have a very, very strong AoE team with Anivia. If Jarvan locks somebody in with Kennen in that ult, and Anivia ults on top of them, puts that whatever it's called, the flash frost onto them, you can just imagine the crazy amount of damage that you know, that they would do. So something you definitely want to consider when you're playing like this. You have a crazy amount of AoE damage. Every single one of those champions has a nice bit of AoE damage, which could burst down Soraka, Annie, Irelia, and Urgot. Well, actually I'm not quite sure about what their builds are at the moment. Urgot is gone a bit for the Frozen Heart, a very common item for him to take actually. Again, Raven getting a bit greedy here, but it is 2 versus 3, so I guess it was right to engage, but she does get picked off actually by Annie. We're going to have a bit of a chase here actually with the blue team going around here trying to pick off that Anivia. Actually Anivia getting killed, picked up by Urgot and turning into an egghead, so yeah, getting picked off here quite easily, and Nautilus did try to cut her off, but that was a bit unnecessary. There's no way this Annie's going to escape, it's just not possible at this stage. Oh, look at that, she does get a heal actually. Wow, this just turned around like crazy. Holy shit, that's Soraka coming in with that heal and picking off Taric really quickly. Kennen is going to go down as well here, so blue team is going to pick up 2 kills with 11 kills ahead of the purple team. They're 4 turrets ahead. They're 14,000 gold ahead. That's more than 50% extra gold. Well, almost 50% extra gold onto the purple team. So this is going to greatly reflect the, you know, the players' items. Annie is a little bit, well, actually she's 10 miles ahead of Anivia on items. Anivia has the Rod of Ages and still the Chalice of Harmony. She does have a 1 blasting wand, but Annie does have the Rabadon's belt already. She is building towards her Rod of Ages now, so I do believe that Annie is going to be in a very, very good position right now. They are going to probably try to end it here. Purple team not completely contesting, but Raven going in again, going in alone again. She is on 5-7-0, so this game is probably over now. I don't believe that purple team is able to come back from this in any way. Actually, Nautilus getting a bit unlucky there with losing the 3rd aggro, and Soraka going crazy with wards. She knows they've won this, so why not, you know? And still that Jarvan getting picked off before he even kills at least 1 person. 2 of them suiciding into the turret. Oh, I was hoping that all of them would end up suiciding into it, but whatever. You know, shit happens. So that's it for this cast. I know it was a quick one. I'll try to do a bit more, you know, as many as I can in the near future. So stay tuned guys, I'm Vaipo and I'm out.